From inside Tropicana Field here in Tampa Bay, the show has an AL East matchup. It's the Boston Red Sox taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. And singing the big bat in the lineup so far this year, Randy Arozarena leads the team at OPS, so he's the guy that looks to slug and basically make things happen for them offensively.
Just a machine in terms of production at the plate. He'll take his walks, he'll barrel up the baseball, he'll hit the ball in the gap, so he'll hit the ball over the fence. So talk about a guy going good. That's him right now, and he's a bat that you want to stay away from if you're the pitcher. Well, no doubt about it. He's going to have to put together some consistently good performances in order to bring that ERA down. Now, he's got good stuff. He's just got to be able to have confidence, trusted, and really go after hitters, not nibble. Trusted.
Check out the Red Sox lineup. This is a ball club that can really slug. Lots of homers, lots of extra base hits. And, Chris, that, of course, a huge part of success in the standings for this group.
Well, if you're going to be successful in today's game, you've got to be able to hit the ball over the fence. Just defensively, very hard to find the holes. And when you're talking about guys, coming out of the bullpen, throwing 95 and above, very difficult. It's hard to string together 2, 3, 4 hits to score those runs. So definitely critical to hit those homers, get the extra base knocks, and that's exactly what they've been doing.
1 out, bases empty. Battling here as he fouls it away. Power is such a big part of the success that we see with the good teams in the league right now, and even in the postseason. One down, base is empty. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. That's towards center. Siri in position. He makes the grab. 2 away.
Batting third, the third baseman,
Rafael Devers up to hit. And he's currently the team leader in batting average, Chris. And a 1-1. And a swing and a miss.
1-2.
wind of the pitch. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Two outs. Hard ground ball, base knock.
Batting fourth, the left fielder, J.D. Martinez.
So a man aboard. Now J.D. Martinez at the plate.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length.
And he got him. Strike three, and that'll retire the side. And the Red Sox lead one. And now the Rays will get their first opportunity in a scoreless ballgame. You're watching Major League Baseball. Back here at Tropicana Field. And towing the slab here, Tanner Houck. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Ah, that hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
No, I like his intent there to be aggressive with the slider and make sure he got it inside, but he just yanked it across his body. A little too much horizontal rotation with the upper body instead of north-south.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team. Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
That one the other way. Hamilton whips it to first. One gone, bottom half of the first.
Batting third.
Now a look at Kevin Cash's lineup for the Tampa Bay Rays. A very athletic offensive group with speed spread throughout this offense.
Yeah, and it's so important that they have patient and quality at bats, because the key is to get on base. If they do that, then they can create a whole lot of havoc on the base paths, get runners around the score, and then that's going to get you some good pitches to hit as well. So a very athletic team, and we should be in for a treat in this one.
It's not the standard approach that we bounce to the left side. Story sends it over to first. There for the out. Runner scores from third.
It's so important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Whether on the ground, let that run in.
Isaac Paredes now. The wind of the pitch. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout. So they scratch across a run on no hits, no errors, and no one left on. We head to the second here at Tropicana Field. It's the Rays 1 and the Red Sox nothing. Back now in Tampa Bay. Second inning set to go. And stepping in for Boston. Boston, Masataka Yoshida. That to right. Low has it sized up. And out number 1 on the grab. Now batting Tristan Casas.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
And that's a base hit.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Man at first with 1 gone. Here's Tyler O'Neill. And it is 2-1. Casas, the base runner at first with 1 out. Rosario, off balance feed. There's 1, and that's 2. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. Now to the bottom of the 2nd. It's the Rays 1 and the Red Sox nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now it's Randy Arozarena. And strike 2.
1 and 2 is the count.
Next pitch misses. The count now 2-2. Our umpire for this one, Freddie Ferguson. A consistent umpire by all accounts.
Yeah, I think the book on him is that he's not necessarily by the book with his strike zone. But once you figure out where he's calling strikes, you can pretty much count on him to stay with that throughout the game.
That misses off the outside edge. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies? Oh, that drilled him. No chance for a play, and let's hope the righty's not hurt on the mound. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
Lau at the plate. Checks on first. Arozarena dives back. The 1-1. And a foul ball. Nobody out. Runner at first. Breaking ball inside. 2-2.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Ground ball up the middle. Oh, great stop. Flips it from the ground. That's 1. And they turn the double play.
Perfectly timed dive right there to knock the ball down. He gets up and flips it to the second baseman to start that 4-6-3 double play. Tell you what, that is the pitcher's best friend.
And now it's Jose Siri. Good eye in that spot. And there's a base hit to the left. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. It sounded different than most hits coming off the bat. You don't need numbers to tell you the ball was hit extremely hard, but at 115 miles per hour, that's not an exit velocity you see very often. Very impressive.
And it finds its way through for a hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
Right side, Casas. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So the Rays strand. And we're back. Here's Reese McGuire.
The designated hitter, Reese McGuire.
Left-hand hitter waits. Swinging a foul straight back. Starting to go at the 1-2. A check on it to third. No swing. Eric Summerskill with the call. 2-2 now. That one ripped. Low drop step going back. That one is gone. He nails one out to right. Third home run of the season. It's 1-1.
No, Boo, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. David Hamilton up next for the Red Sox.
But you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
In the air, center field. Siri in position. Corrals it. And there's one away.
Now batting,
Connor Wong, the next to hit. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Lau sends it to first. Awesome play there.
Good onside run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Here's Trevor Story now. 2 down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Tosses to first, and Story is out. That's the third out. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. All even at 1 apiece. Back after this on the show. Back here at Tropicana Field, stepping in, Josh Lowe. That one ripped right center field. And it's gone! Run! And it gives them the lead in the third. It's 2-1. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself. At bat after at bat, he's that confident. Really great job of anticipation there. He knows he throws the sinker. That one down in the zone. You're trying to beat it to the spot it's getting to. Well, he won.
Harold Ramirez at the dish. 1-1 now. Fouled off. He was late.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
And another ball. Wouldn't chase that time.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Stays alive. Got him looking. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Yandy Diaz now. Righty delivers. That one fouled off. 2-2. And that's downstairs and outside. One down, base is empty. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call. Isaac Paredes next to hit for the Rays. Two down, base is empty, but one run across here in the last half of the third. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
He was all over that one. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
Next to hit, Randy Arozarena. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. That's the third out, inning over. And the Rays get one on a solo shot. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. On to the fourth. So stepping in for Boston, Rafael Devers.
Yeah, and here's a fun stat on Devers. He's at his best when he's hitting homers and doubles. And by the time he was 26 years old, Devers already had over 150 home runs and more than 200 doubles. He's just the 15th player in baseball history with those kinds of numbers at that age.
And that one hammered way back. And gone. His 28th home run of the season, and we're all square. It's 2-2. Singy, somebody go track down that baseball. It's number 200 for him.
200 career home runs. That's legitimate power at the plate, and that's something that a lot of guys would dream of getting to. No, Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Here is J.D. Martinez. Nobody on, nobody out. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
Got it by him for the pay.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Here's a 1-1. In the air, right field, low. Sizes this one up, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
The batter,
Tristan Casas digs in now.
Tristan Casas.
2 outs, base is empty. Diaz. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. The Red Sox pick up a run on the homer. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. This is Red Sox baseball on the show, New England. Bottom 4, now up for Tampa Bay, Brandon Lau.
The second baseman, Brandon Lau.
Here comes a pitch. Fought off foul. And a pitch. Popped up on the left side of the infield. Hauls it in for the out. 1 away.
Now batting, center fielder.
And stepping in for the Rays, Jose Siri. Swings through that.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then By the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And another ball. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Well, that's the effect of the splitter that you're looking for on the mound. Really nice pitch right there and had him out in front over the top. I'm sure the batter was thinking he was getting something else. Perhaps a fastball a little more straight and velo to it.
And now it's Ahmed Rosario. 2 outs. On the ground to third. Devers throws on to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for Tampa. Score remains 2-2. Ready now for the 5th inning, and now the right fielder, Tyler O'Neill. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-2. Action in the pen down there. Zach Littell up and loosening in the pen. Right-hander kicks, deals.
2-2.
On the ground out to short. Slings it across. One away here in the 5th.
The batter, number 3, designated hitter, Reese McGuire.
Next is the designated hitter, Reese McGuire. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. Wouldn't chase that time.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And another ball.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
And the right-hander deals. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Full count.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Bases empty, 1 away here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Fastball right back to the mound. The throw to first, and the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th. And next for the Red Sox, David Hamilton. And a pitch. Out to short. Rosario whips it to first on the run. In time. Got him. And that'll do it. Nothing doing for Boston. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now the catcher comes up to him. Rene Pinto. The pitch. And that's off the inside edge. 2-1.
Well, these Rays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Three balls, 2 strikes the count. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
The kick, the 3-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Back to the top of the lineup, and now Josh Lowe. The wide to kick the pitch. And a foul ball left side. The other way, snags it for the second out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
2 down, nobody on. Bounced out to short. Throws to first in time. Rays retired in order. Nothing doing for Tampa, and this game is still tied at 2-2. Zach Littell on the pitch out of the pen here.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Here's the catcher to hit, Connor Wong. That one hit to right. Lowe has it sized up. And a quick out, number 1. Trevor Story comes up to the plate. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. 1 down, base is empty. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. And you played behind guys, and they love having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. All tied up, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Now batting.
Man aboard, and here is Devers. Ground ball right side, and he picks it up and he'll put it in his pocket. And the pitch. Lined into left center. Should be extra bases. Story on his way home. He'll score, and the Red Sox have the lead. 3-2. Well, he delivers in a huge spot right there.
Well, he's so dialed in. I don't think he even realizes how much pressure exists out there. Very easy swing, nice and relaxed. This is the type of approach you want to see guys take in this situation.
1 out, runner at second. And here is J.D. Martinez. This is swing and a miss.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
The pitch. And that just misses.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Just off the outside edge. Devers, the runner at second with 1 away. And here it comes. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. The run comes in from second. It's 4-2. And he's got a double.
Just a great at bat right there. Saw a lot of pitches. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
1 out, runner at second. And stepping in for Boston, Masataka Yoshida. Left-hand batter waits. Swing and a miss as that one was high.
1 and 2 to count.
Still only one out here in the inning. A swing and a miss. 2 gone now.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts.
Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning.
The batter, the right fielder, Tyler.
So stepping in for Boston, Tyler O'Neill. His righty-lefty splits there. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
And a swing and a miss, and that's that. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up. The Red Sox 4, the Rays 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's the first baseman, Yandy Diaz.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
That one misses, and that's ball 3.
3-1.
3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Runner take your base.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Isaac Paredes will hit next. Paredes having more success against left-handed pitching this season, as might be expected. And now Alex Cora is out of the dugout, and he will make a move for the bullpen. Tanner Houck done for the night. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Nick Pivetta on a pitch here.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
With the tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. And that one fouled off. Kicks and deals. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Randy Arozarena now at the plate. Fights it off. He'll see another. Line drive to short and caught.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
And now it's Brandon Lowe. Two outs. Got him to chase one upstairs there.
That looked like a case of deciding to swing no matter what. That pitch was way up. Nice job of the pitcher knowing that this hitter's looking for something up that he can drive.
And that one gets away at the plate. Over to first. That ends the inning. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and one left on. Seventh inning coming up. The Red Sox 4, the Rays 2. Welcome back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Colin Poche.
He's having a ton of success facing left-handed hitters this season, so this seems like a smart move to turn to him with a lefty at the plate.
Leading off, Reese McGuire. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Got him swinging.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, blowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous two-strike pitch.
Chance to collect himself now as he asks for time. Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Vaughn Grissom, looking to start something with one gone. Base is empty, one away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Missed inside with the curve. And now the lefty swings through that one above the zone.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
And he deals.
Full count.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Rings it in, and there are 2 down.
Up next for the Red Sox, the catcher.
And here's the catcher, Connor Wong. And Poche ready to work. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Siri makes the play, and it's out number 3. So remaining in the game defensively, Vaughn Grissom. He entered the game to pinch hit and now man second base. Now up for Tampa Bay, Jose Siri. Singy, you gotta appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
That one misses, and that's ball 2.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
The batter, number 10, shortstop
Ahmed Rosario, next to hit for the Rays. On the ground, Story tosses to first. Got the out.
Now batting, catcher.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Rene Pinto. Way out front for strike two.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
The Rays trailing by 2 here at the bottom of the 7th. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. Down in order go the Rays. Still down by a count of 4-2. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Sean Armstrong.
And he's been racking up strikeouts at a high rate this year, typically at least 1 an inning, so he'll be tough to get to.
Here's Trevor Story.
The shortstop, Trevor Story.
Always told me to treat a woman like a queen. When you find the one you love, you gotta love her faithfully. So that's what I did till I came home.
And the pitch. Up the middle. Now he launches a throw over his head.
Now batting, third
It's a
baseman,
dangerous throw for the
Rafael.
first baseman to try to handle right there. Exposed him to a potential collision, and we've all seen some of the ugly ones over the years on plays similar to that one. So it's great nothing came out of that other than the throwing error.
Man at first, Rafael Devers getting ready to hit. Foul ball there. Kicks and fires. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Runner at first with no outs here. And the righty deals. Way inside, and that hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. J.D. Martinez stands in. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Righty to the plate. Line drive, and that's a base hit to right. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Digging in, Masataka Yoshida. On the ground to second, might be 2. Off balance feet, there's 1. Safe at first, they won't get them both, and the runner comes in from third.
Up next for the Red Sox, the first baseman.
And next for the Red Sox, Tristan Casas. First and third, 1 down. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. His 11th of the year. It's 8-2. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. When you see a guy take a slider on the outside part of the plate and hit an opposite field home run, fires you up, because not only is he flexing the muscles to show the pop, that kind of approach, you'll hit for a high average as well.
A new arm into the game, the righty, Phil Maton.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Base is empty, one away, and stepping in for Boston, Tyler O'Neill. Four runs already in the frame, and we're in the top of the 8th. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
2-2.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Diaz makes the play. 2 down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
McGuire.
Reese McGuire up next for the Red Sox. Two down, nobody on. Swings and misses. And it's 1-2.
1-2.
Bullpen movement for the Rays. Jason Adam up and throwing. Kelly getting cranked up as well. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. But 4-run score in the inning. 3 coming right here on the 3-run homer. And this is now an 8-2 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Josh Winkowski.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
So the Rays batting order turns over. Now it's the right fielder, Josh Lowe. Liner, base hit. So man aboard to the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Harold Ramirez. In for a strike. Now 1-2.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
The pitch. Just off the outside part of the plate.
It's a good take.
The Rays with a lot of ground to make up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Left field, way back there. That one hops against the fence. Coming home. The relay to the plate. The tag out.
That really hurts right there. This is no time to gamble. When you're down in the ball game, you got to be sure if you're going to advance a runner or even try to score right there that you're going to be safe. Just a poor decision.
And stepping in for the Rays, Yandy Diaz. Out to short, Story. Throws to first in time. Isaac Paredes digs in now. Man on second, 2 down. And there's a foul ball. Righty delivers. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Good job to fight that one off. 1-2 now. Gets a piece and stays alive. The pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Man at second. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Right-hander kicks, deals. In the air, left field, down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Swung on, belted. O'Neill on his horse. Can't get to it as it drops into the corner. Relay throw to second, not in time. He's safe as a run scores.
But when you see that many pitches in it at bat, your chances of succeeding go up. And right there, we see the result.
Randy or Rosarena next to hit for the Rays. Two outs.
Hey!
And another ball. That one to first. Takes it himself. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Rays get an RBI double. It's now 8-3. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jason Adams.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
So digging in, Vaughn Grissom. Right-handed reliever. And that's off the inside edge. And a count 2-1. Now one missed. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Outside, and that is ball 4. So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Connor Wong, the next to hit. The pitch. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
1-2.
Movement in the bullpen. Garrett Clevenger, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. At the belt and fires. Roll to short, could be 2. Off balance feet, there's 1. Now to first, and it's a double play.
Got what he was looking for on the mound right there, and his infielders took care of business. Pretty textbook execution between short and second to turn that into 2 outs.
2 outs, base is empty. Trevor Story will hit next. The 1-1. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Swing and a miss struck him out. Nothing across here this half. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the ninth. Red Sox 8 and the Rays 3. Bottom of the ninth. Now it's the second baseman, Brandon Lau. Lucas Litke gets the call from the pen.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
To the right side, and that one handled. Steps on first for the out.
Now batting, center fielder,
Jose Siri now at the plate. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside, for just a second, Chris. It's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Misses, and the count is even 2-2.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Last chance for the Rays, Ahmed Rosario next to hit for the Rays. Here's a 1-1. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. And he'll put it away. Ball game. And the Red Sox take game 1 of the series on the road.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
8-3 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long from Tampa Bay.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Boston Red Sox, 8 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left 4 runners on base. Rays, 3 runs on hits with 1 error. They left 5 runners on base. Brendan, 3 hours and 27 minutes. For 20 minutes, here's the night. And we would like to complete. Drive home safely.